Hi everyone, you are watching TBI TV brought to you by Midwest Functional Neurology. I am Amy Zellmer and today we're talking about overwhelm. Overwhelm is something that comes up all the time in my Facebook group and in my own life. Particularly the first 2.5 years, I remember just everything was overwhelming. Not to mention overstimulation. So overstimulation itself is a whole other topic, which is a previous TBI TV topic. But overstimulation is overwhelming. And then everything's overwhelming. And then, you throw apathy on top of that, the inability to get motivated is what apathy is. You throw apathy in on top of overwhelm. And it's just this recipe for disaster. You never feel like you can do anything. You never feel like you can make a decision. I know anytime someone would give me a decision, like, what movie do you want to watch? And it was just like, I don't know. Somebody make the decision. And, it took me a while to even recognize that was overwhelm. And even now, it'll still, having to make decisions can be really, really hard. Which mall do you want to go to? What time do you want to go? These are simple questions, simple choices without a brain injury. But when you have a brain injury, the overwhelm can just be so incredibly frustrating and literally just kind of make you freeze in place and you're not able to make a decision. And so, my friends and family quickly realized that they just need to make the decision. Give me the option. Don't take that choice away from me, but give me the option. And if I don't seem to come up with an answer, then go ahead and make the decision for me, because that's probably what I need. And if it's not the right decision, I'll let you know, oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. I still might not be able to come up with the right choice, my own right choice, but at least I can express that, no, that's not what I want to do. So overwhelm, the thought of having to fold the laundry is overwhelming, and that ties in with apathy too. So, apathy and overwhelm really kind of go hand in hand. The inability to get motivated to do anything, the lack of motivation, which, by the way, is a real neurological disorder. It's not you being lazy. It's a real actual disorder. And unfortunately, it often gets dismissed as depression. And they're very different things. They kind of mirror each other and they have a lot of similarities. And most of us probably do have a touch of depression as well. But it often gets overlooked and misdiagnosed as depression. And so it's important to understand, just because you have apathy doesn't mean that you're depressed. It doesn't mean that you're lazy. It means that you literally don't have the ability to get motivated to do something. And that's why everything seems so dang overwhelming. And overwhelm, it just can shut you down if you have too many steps on your to-do list. If your to-do list has more than 3 things on it, chances are you're not going to get any of them done because you don't know where to start. So, I like to have a running to-do list, and then I will take the top 2 things that I want to get done that day and move them to a separate list, so that I don't have to continually look at that big list. And I'm better able to manage that now, but in the beginning that was really, really, really hard. And so maybe you have someone else that can help you. And if you're a spouse or a loved one watching, you can't give your loved one a list of 10 things that you want them to do today while you're at work, because it's not going to happen. Chances are they're not going to get any of them done. And then you're going to come home and you're going to be pissed off at them. And then the cycle just continues. So you need to understand that overwhelm and apathy are real things. And so now maybe you do have 10 things you need them to do, but give them 2. Ask them to do these 2 things. And then maybe check in with them during the day. And if they got those 2 things done, awesome. Now maybe give them 1 more thing to do and see if they can do it. So it's baby steps. And like I said, sometimes you have to give them the exact steps to do. If you ask them to put away the laundry, but it hasn't been folded yet, it might be a challenge for them to even process, to understand it has to get folded before it can get put away. And I know it seems so stupid to the layperson who does not have a brain injury. It's like, how would you not know that it has to get folded before it gets put away? Our brains are broken. They don't necessarily work logically. They don't work the way that they used to work. And every single little thought process, if you have a couple damaged pathways in there, think of how far it might have to reroute to get to where, I mean, the fact that we can even put it away without folding it is somewhat amazing. So you might have to give more explicit instructions on what someone has to do. So if you're noticing that with your loved one, like you ask them to do something and they technically do it, but they missed a step or two ahead of it, you have to maybe give them all the steps. And it's not at all that they're being lazy. It's not that they're stupid. It's not that they're slow. It's that they have a brain injury. And, you know, it's just as frustrating for us. So please don't think that it's not frustrating for us, because if it's frustrating for you, it's probably 10 times more frustrating for us. So please keep that in mind as well. So anyway, I hope that today's topic of overwhelm was helpful for you. Please leave a comment, put a like on it, share this on Facebook, Twitter, social media, everywhere. Go ahead and give it a share, because the more people that can see this, the caregivers, the friends, the coworkers. This is important for coworkers to understand too. If your brain injured friend has come back into the workforce, it's very important for coworkers and managers to understand. So please spread this video, share the love, give it a comment, give it a like, and thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you so very much, and I'll see you next time.